Billionaires in the making. Imagine waking up to find the dollar in Freefall. I'm Martins, and today on Billionaire Financial Lifestyle Academy we're busting a myth. Bitcoin isn't a guaranteed fast track to wealth without the right strategy. Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad author, has just issued a powerful warning that may change your entire investment game. Stick around because what he says could save you from common traps and set you on a much faster path to real wealth. Kiyosaki says that our fiat money system is rotten at the core. In a viral post, he bluntly declared that fake money leads to dishonest money and corruption in everyday life. In other words, the cash in your wallet could be working against you right now. If that shocks you, share this video with fellow investors. They need to hear this. He goes so far as to label the US dollar a dying currency inflated by runaway government spending. With the Fed pumping trillions, every saved dollar loses purchasing power. Kiyosaki's remedy? He urges us to fight back by rejecting fiat or paper money, and instead embracing real tangible assets like Bitcoin, gold, and silver. It might sound radical, but it's straight from his playbook. If you're ready to take control of your wealth, hit subscribe now and let's dive deep into Kiyosaki's plan. Trust me, you'll want to know this if you crave fast, strategic growth. The fake money trap. Kiyosaki isn't just talking, he's shouting from the rooftops. In his X or Twitter post, he echoed Ron Paul's warning. Central banks are price-fixing the economy and undermining your savings. Kiyosaki's bottom line: fake money leads to dishonest money and corruption in everyday life. That means broken accounting, rigged markets, and hidden inflation, all eating away at your financial future. The fake money trap. Kiyosaki isn't just talking, he's shouting from the rooftops. In his X or Twitter post, he echoed Ron Paul's warning. Central banks are price-fixing the economy and undermining your savings. Kiyosaki's bottom line: fake money leads to dishonest money and corruption in everyday life. That means broken accounting, rigged markets, and hidden inflation, all eating away at your financial future. He says bluntly, don't work or save fake money. Instead, take your wealth off the table of manipulators. This is the first key. Never rely on banks or cash to build real wealth. Now let's discuss the key insight. The next great crash won't just be stocks, it'll be the fall of fiat. Kiyosaki insists only assets that can't be debased like gold, silver, and Bitcoin survive that storm. He even urges Americans to get on their own decentralized gold, silver, and Bitcoin standard. That means holding assets directly, not through banks or ETFs. In fact, Kiyosaki warns that funds and ETFs are vulnerable. Get on your own decentralized standard, he wrote. In practice, he's telling you to own physical gold and silver and self-custody your Bitcoin. By doing this, you're insulating yourself from the next inflation surge. It's not just talk. Kiyosaki has consistently argued that gold, silver, and now Bitcoin are critical hedges against inflation and key to long-term wealth. Think about it. Through past crises, those assets held value when currencies crumbled. Before we continue, drop a like if you agree that protecting your savings is job one. And comment below, have you already considered moving some cash into gold or crypto? Before we continue, drop a like if you agree that protecting your savings is job one. And comment below, have you already considered moving some cash into gold or crypto? Now let's talk Bitcoin. The headlines scream Bitcoin to the moon, but Kiyosaki's advice is surprisingly nuanced. Yes, he believes in Bitcoin's potential. He even forecasted $1 million per coin by 2035. But listen carefully. He doesn't want you blindly dumping all your cash into crypto. Bitcoin, Kiyosaki says, should be part of a broader defense, not a solo play. He warns that the next market crash could be the biggest ever, and in that chaos, gold, silver, and Bitcoin are your defense. The catch? You must be prepared, educated, and diversified. In other words, stop chasing the quick win. Kiyosaki's lens is long-term. Picture this. You're sitting on your gold and silver, and also have some Bitcoin. When fiat collapses, all three surge, then you benefit. This is how true wealth accelerates, not by gambling everything on volatile hype, but by strategic positioning. Look at the pros. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest and Eric Trump are on board. RK's Cathie Wood has reiterated a whopping $1.5 million Bitcoin by 2030 prediction. Even Eric Trump, speaking in Abu Dhabi, said Bitcoin is instantly liquid, borderless, and not subject to corrupt governments, predicting it could hit $1 million due to its scarcity. These powerful endorsements show bullish momentum, but Kiyosaki's point is, don't board the rocket without a parachute. Secure your base, gold, silver, educate yourself on crypto's risks, and then climb aboard. Many new investors make the mistake of FOMO, fear of missing out. Kiyosaki's view is the opposite: be vigilant. He compares central bank policies to Marxist control, so treating Bitcoin as just another lottery ticket is dangerous. Instead, see it as a critical piece of a larger puzzle. Many new investors make the mistake of FOMO, fear of missing out. Kiyosaki's view is the opposite: be vigilant. He compares central bank policies to Marxist control, so treating Bitcoin as just another lottery ticket is dangerous. Instead, see it as a critical piece of a larger puzzle. The Bitcoin bottom line is, it can explode in value, but only if the whole fiat system fails. Treat it as insurance, not your only asset. Gold and silver, the timeless hedge. Kiyosaki didn't mention gold and silver by accident. He's long been a believer in precious metals. Don't work or save fake money, he says. Instead, put your savings into assets that hold value for generations. In fact, he boldly predicts astronomical prices by 2035. Gold $30,000 per ounce, silver $3,000 per ounce. That's roughly 10 times today's prices. Whether or not those exact numbers hit, the direction is clear. As governments print trillions, the price of gold and silver tends to zoom higher. These metals are insurance. When everything else goes haywire, they have intrinsic value that no Fed can erase. Kiyosaki wants you to own them outright. He warns against buying gold and silver ETFs. Those are still tied to banks. He said go for only direct ownership. So find a reputable dealer, buy physical bars or coins, and store them securely. Why is this urgent? Because elites worldwide are stacking gold. Central banks add to their reserves, and even individuals in nations with collapsing currencies, think Venezuela, Zimbabwe, rush to buy gold and silver. Kiyosaki's channeling decades of these lessons. If you want real wealth fast, hedge now. Why is this urgent? Because elites worldwide are stacking gold. Central banks add to their reserves, and even individuals in nations with collapsing currencies, think Venezuela, Zimbabwe, rush to buy gold and silver. Kiyosaki's channeling decades of these lessons. If you want real wealth fast, hedge now. Step 1. Start with a small regular purchase of gold or silver, like a monthly auto buy. Don't try to time the market, buy consistently. Step 2. Use secure storage. Physical possession or insured vaults ensure your wealth isn't frozen or devalued by others. Step 3. Educate yourself on these markets. Know the supply limits, silver is scarcer than many think, and global demand trends. Kiyosaki's fast-track wealth strategy. Alright, billionaires in the making, here's the unorthodox but proven blueprint distilled from Kiyosaki's philosophy: mind your own business. Invest in building or owning cash flow businesses and real assets, not just paper like stocks or bonds. Kiyosaki always says rich people make money work for them. Ask yourself, what asset can I start or buy that produces profit every month? Use leverage wisely. His famous advice: learn to use good debt. Borrow to invest in assets that appreciate or generate income. If you buy property or business stock, the returns, such as rent or profits, pay back the loan while you build equity. Buy during fear. Kiyosaki often says the time to be greedy is when others panic. With a coming crash, he's predicting, that will be the moment to buy more gold, silver, and even some Bitcoin on sale. Stay liquid enough to strike then. Educate constantly. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and beyond. Financial literacy accelerates wealth. Kiyosaki suggests learning accounting, investing, and market timing. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. Ditch false security. No more trusting bureaucrats with your future. Cancel that mentality of the Fed has it under control. This is step 1. Shift your mindset to that of an owner, not a subject. Ditch false security. No more trusting bureaucrats with your future. Cancel that mentality of the Fed has it under control. This is step 1. Shift your mindset to that of an owner, not a subject. These steps aren't theory, they're battle-tested. Kiyosaki himself used them to amass millions. He and other experts like Cathie Wood and Eric Trump are essentially shouting the same playbook: diversify into tangible assets and leverage your mind and skills. As a sign of appreciation, please like and share, spread the knowledge. If these tips resonate, share this video with a friend who's serious about real wealth. Knowledge is only power when acted upon. And seriously, don't forget to subscribe for more insider strategies and ring the bell so you never miss our next life-changing lesson. Critical takeaways: act now. Reject fake money, don't let inflation quietly steal your wealth. Convert your savings into hard assets. Own it directly. Whether it's gold bars, a silver stack, or private Bitcoin keys, you want full control. No middlemen, no hidden fees. Balance your portfolio. Bitcoin can skyrocket, but it can also swing wildly. By also holding gold, silver, and possibly real estate or business equity, you smooth out risk. Prepare for the crash. Kiyosaki expects a major market upheaval. In that scenario, your diversified assets will gain while fiat and stocks suffer. Position yourself before that happens. Kiyosaki's message is urgent. Stop sleeping on how the financial system really works. He calls fiat money fake because it can vanish into thin air, but gold, silver, and Bitcoin cannot be debased out of existence. For accelerated wealth, follow his blueprint: shift out of dollars and into assets that the Fed can't control. Kiyosaki's message is urgent. Stop sleeping on how the financial system really works. He calls fiat money fake because it can vanish into thin air, but gold, silver, and Bitcoin cannot be debased out of existence. For accelerated wealth, follow his blueprint: shift out of dollars and into assets that the Fed can't control. So what will you do? Will you cling to paper currencies and hope for the best, or will you take Kiyosaki's advice, buy real assets, and become the architect of your own destiny? Remember, action separates billionaires from billionaires in waiting. Act on these insights now. Educate yourself, secure your assets, and position for the coming storm. If this video gave you clarity, smash the like button, share it with your network, and comment below on which step you'll take first. Then hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because our next video will dive even deeper into these strategies. Stay sharp, stay confident, and keep building wealth on your terms. I'm Martins, and this is Billionaire Financial Lifestyle Academy, helping you think bigger, act smarter, and win the wealth game.